Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. So I know it's a little late, but today we're going to talk about the last Siege tournament battle that we had last week. And I believe it was on a Friday, but I couldn't really record that day because I got my wisdom tooth extracted on that day. So I was in no condition, or at least my face was in no condition for me to make a video. So again, I pre-recorded the fights. And this time I just did it with the Summoners War save function. Right after the battle, it gives you an option to save it. So I just saved it like that. But because I did that, I did forget one battle. So we'll only talk about 9 battles today. So I'm sorry, but I can't show you the scores or anything like that because it's been so long. So all of those information is gone. But I'll just tell you that we got simply destroyed by this team, Pope, and yeah, that's how our last siege ended. I really want to show you guys how my defense did, but it looks like that I can't show you that today because obviously, again, I don't have it. Let me check right now and see if I can see it. Yeah, I can. So it doesn't show it to us. So I guess I'll show you my defenses, and I'll kind of try my best to remember what their scores were, but it's not gonna be exact. You guys could see my past siege videos, and definitely there will be some glimpses there before we went into the siege. So I will try my best to explain which defenses did the best. But anyways, that's not the important part for this video. Today we're gonna be talking about 9 fights that we went into in the last siege tournament fight. So let's get right into it. The first battle was against a Common Vigor Skogul. Pope was also a very challenging guild. They had multiple towers that were stacked with the same defenses. So yeah, unless you have a lot of counters to a specific defense, a single player couldn't take it over. And again, I've explained it multiple times that our guild is a Korean guild and many people live in different areas of the country or the globe. So this siege tournament timing isn't that great. So really only 4-5 members got all of their attacks in. So that just explains why we got wrecked. And it kind of explains why we wrecked some other guilds, because maybe they were even in a worse situation than us. But anyways, the first battle was Common Vigor Skogul. In this battle, we took our own Common Vigor Skogul. I am confident with my Common Vigor Skogul, the speed. And because my vigor is 270 at least, I think 275 maybe, but he's pretty fast, right? So I was confident that he was going to go first. He was first to land either the defense break on the commune or the vigor, and if we can get rid of them quick, we would win. So that was my thought. And again, the defense is going with an AI, so unless they violent proc multiple times, we have an advantage, right? So that's what I believed them, and I went into a fight thinking that. So I do go first. They had no will. I defense broke the commune. He took a turn. But here I used skill 2 with the commune, right? To do as much damage. And I was hoping that the rock was gonna kill the commune. Yeah, and it did. And we violent procced. At this point, the game is pretty simple. If you take care of this commune, if it's 2v3, the Skogul just does so much work. And I think that's how the game ended. So that was the first game. Easy win, guys. So this is the second fight. As you can see, we're going into 4-star tires right now. But this was the second fight. To be honest, this defense was getting a lot of wins, but I was confident that I could win against it. In my head, I was like, okay, we just have to kill the Vertihill or the Fran, and then we'll be good, because Skogul can't win against the Garo 1v1. And also Harmonia is very good against Skoguls because Skogul does a lot of damage, so we could use Harmonia's unbalanced harmony integrated effect, right? In a greater way. She'll do more, right? So knowing that, this is why I took my team. I simply took the Ludo for defense break and stuns, so for some control and debuffs. I was hoping that the Fran was going to be a little slow, but There was a reason why this team won a lot, because they were the Fairy Queen was really fast, and they started going for Ludo. Ludo is not taking less damage because he didn't proc his passive right now. So now he did, so he'll do more damage or take less damage depending on the rolls, right? So we want to end this game quick before the other side takes too many turns, because they have a Vertihill. He do the rock, and we try to we stun the Fran because we didn't want any heals coming in. We got a nice proc there. I was hoping that we could kill the Fran here, but I think she eventually takes a turn. But no, she didn't. So we killed off the Fran, and then now it's totally fine. We just have to make sure the Vertihill is dead so that the Garo survives. But look at this, the Unwanted Harmony. See how low we were, and then Unwanted Harmony did so much damage to the Skogul right there. It's fine that the Ludo died there, because Ludo did everything that he could, and now 1v1 against the Garo and Skogul, the Garo wins. It's fine if the Harmonia dies. That's what happened. So that was our second win. So even myself, I don't remember all the fights. I don't know why I took certain units. Looking at it, I'm just trying to remember what I did. But let's see if they were the best choices. So now let's go to the next one. So this was the third fight, and here we took in the Bombers. To be honest, this team always wins if both the bombs land. But I think this one was a loss because we missed the bomb on the Skogul. But let's see what happens. So that was our plan. We just let them go first and we just bomb, right? And here the Malaka, okay, we give buff, and then the Malaka goes. Malaka has 100% accuracy right now, okay? Okay, you saw that? Okay, it missed it. Okay, we missed it on the Commune and the Skogul. At this point, I was like, okay, we're screwed. We are very screwed. And the rock destroyed the Malaka one hit. So seeing that, I was like, okay, yeah, we're done. But it was still a pretty close fight. If I remember correctly, it was still a pretty close fight. Let's see. Yes, it's still pretty close. I think we killed off the Skogul, but then the Commune is the only thing that's left. And because of the shields, we actually lost. I think we also missed on the bomb. I think we survived. Yup. Okay, we got the bomb, but the shield is too big. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, so you see the shield was too big. If you got a crit there, maybe. So it was a really close fight. It was a really close fight. But it was big that we missed that initial bomb from Malaka. Yep, so that was our first loss. I am being more hesitant on bringing that team in because it is so RNG based, right? The bombs, even if you have 100% accuracy, tends to miss a lot of times, and it also depends on their resistance. So knowing that, I might start to be more careful in bringing these teams in. But you know, Siege can sometimes be very time sensitive, and you want to get your attacks in quickly. So it's always a good option for a fast attack. But yeah, we'll have to give it some more thought later on. But anyways, that was the third fight, and that was our first loss. So let's go to the next one. I think we got 9 wins, so the one fight that we didn't record, we gotta win. I have no clue what we won against, but we won. Okay, guys. Okay, here we start to move into the Nav 5 towers, and the first fight here was against a Wind Panda, the Usa, and the Laika. So Feng Yan, Usa, Laika, and I don't like this team because its copper boulders are food. That's why I took in this team. Like, the thing is, I'd rather put in a Fran or some kind of attack booster instead of the Usa, right? Because even if the Usa goes first, puts Will and Shield, the coppers can go straight through that. And same for the Wind Panda. Unless this Wind Panda is on 40k HP, even with the Shield, the bulldozers are just gonna go right through that. Unless its artifacts are stacked, right? The artifacts has like negative 10% crit damage, right? Taken. or negative 10%, 15% damage taken from fire element. If it's like that, then yes, it makes sense. But if it's not, really, the Bulldozer will just eat through the Wind Pandas. And then Lyca's the only thing left, and then Bulldozer is just a great unit to take against Lyca, because you could do multi hits every time. The thing is, with Will, the Lyca's not gonna get stunned, but also it's not gonna take debuffs. That means that Bulldozer is gonna always hit 3 times, which is just works great against his passive. So this is why I don't like Wusa. Instead, I like a attack bar booster like Fran, like how I take it into offense. The one thing is, if you take Fran, and let's say I bring in Copper Bulldozer, yes, you could still lose. There's a very high chance you'll still lose. But this is, let's say your Fran is fast enough and it buffs these units, right? And let's say the Wind Panda and the Fran dies from the Copper and Bulldozer, right? This Lyca could use just this attack buff, right? Even if these guys have defense buff, with attack buff, one unit's gonna die. Either the Amisetti or the Copper, right? And then because it has attack buff, it's gonna do more damage to Amisetti, right? Depending on how tanky your Amisetti is or your Copper is, it's gonna survive so much. And Lyca heals off, right? His skill 1, and if he's on Vampire, he'll just heal even more. So if he's on Vampire, you're in trouble. If he's on Violent, you still might be in trouble because he might take multiple turns and kill off your wind units. If it's 1v1 against Bulldozer, unless Bulldozer is really lucky with his stuns, right? But again, even with Fran, for example, Fran, Lyca still has a Will. So even with multi-hits, if this guy is on Will and on Vampire, he's gonna just heal right up. So there is a chance for comeback if this middle unit is a Fran with attack buff that gives the Lyca more damage, more healing, and so on and so forth. But anyways, this one wasn't that case, so we went in, like I said, we kill off the Wusa, then the Wind Panda, and then the Lyca with Will couldn't do much. We kill the Wusa like that. That was also big, where he didn't use skill 2 on Diamond City, but that means he is going to use it right here. Boom, and he used it on the Copper, and the Copper survived it. He's on Vampire, but my Amisetti takes enough turns because he is pretty fast, and that's how it went. So that was our 3rd win, right? From our 4 fights. Let's just say 5 fights. Our 4th win for our 5 fights, because I didn't record one, but we did win that. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Okay, this one was against the Sierra, Praha, and Belenis. And I took in a Lucian team because I knew that there was a very, very low chance that the Praha is going to be 300 speed, right? I know the Sierra and Belenis, there's no way it's going to be 300 speed. There can be a weird Praha that's on 300 speed, right? But I doubted it, I doubted it, so I went with my Lucian team. Yes, this could lose if the Belenis does not get crit enough, but Belenis are usually on like 20 to 30k HP range, right? Not higher than that usually, because you want to put crit damage slot 4 and so on and so forth. So that's what I expected. So if I just got like 1 crit and 2 glances, which still does I think like 5k damage, I believe that it'll kill off the Belenis, so that's why I took this. I was just worried that the Praha was on Nemesis and had some artifacts that take less damage from wind or crit damage, and it survives, and the Belenis doesn't die, and obviously she uses the heal, and then now their team is back to full health. Other than the Sierra's gonna die for sure. But if Praha doesn't do that, we win for sure. So believing that, I took my team in. And then we did go first. They had shield too, which was kind of scary. So I was like, holy crap. Is this Praha actually on Nemesis? But no, she took all the damage. I'm gonna look at it again. Yeah, 16, 17. We took it crit all three times, and it did more damage as it went down. 18k for card. 17, 14. Yeah, we did a lot of damage, and that team was gone. So that was a quick win as well. So let's go to the next one. Not much to say there. Okay, this team. So I also don't like this team so much in defense. Obviously, it could be better than my team because I also have a team that's not as good. But Strip, great. But I really want immunity in the team. Try Element, great, but I really want immunity in the team. And this team didn't have that. Other than the Juno that had a cleanse on herself, right? And I think she also cleanses her allies, or she heals depending on how many debuffs she cleanses. I forgot. But anyways, I don't like this team too much because this Wind Monkey, if this Wind Monkey King is the only damage dealer, it's pretty easy to counter this damage dealer because you could take a Rena or a Camilla. Rena probably easier to get, and people make multiple Renas, so Rena is obviously free to play. So I used Rena. I'm thinking of making a second one too, but I took my Rena, and because they have no other defense breaker, unless we mess up. Oh well, even it doesn't matter if you mess up with touching the other two units and get revenge, right? The revenge only skill 1, so we're only gonna get stunned. So really, this guy's gonna only go for defense break on the Rena, and if your Rena is on 100% resistance, the chances of defense break is really low. And even if she's defense broken, her shield is huge if she's ruined really tanky. So it's really hard for the Wind Monkey King to get through the Rena. And I took my Fire Monkey to obviously kill off the Wind Monkey and the Juno. This Chandra does not do enough damage on my Fire Monkey to kill him, and so he's just a free unit that will give this Fire Monkey free stacks, and after 10 turns this guy will be doing big damage. And finally I took a Skogul because I wanted to keep, how should I say, I wanted a reliable damage dealer that was giving damage to all 3 units. And I saw that they had a Juno which has multi-hits, so when the rock is up, Skogul gets hit by the Juno and it resets his skill 2. But that was my plan. We just have to control the damage, they're the only threat in their team, and that's what happened. I think we started going for the Juno first because he had the hug. The Wind Monkey had the hug. Yeah. See? Multi-hits on the Skogul. So his cooldown is going low on that skill too. This was kind of annoying that the Chandra was on violent and hugging multiple units. So we just went for the Chandra. And you can look at that. My Fire Monkey is already hitting hard. Well, harder than I thought at least. So we got the rock again. Oh, that was a big stun though right there. This is a vampire Skogul, so he's not gonna proc or anything like that. But Skogul has the rock again, right? Already 7 stacks on the Fire Monkey. Boom. Look at that. Look at that damage, you see? So now the Skogul has rock again ready. So after this drops, we will be able to throw it up again. Juno's dead, and it's over. Fire Monkey hits hard, boom, 10k almost. Auto attack, boom, 12k. That's how you want that. So you just have to play with the AI. Wind Monkey King isn't that great. I think you need another threat with the Wind Monkey for the defense to be successful. But it is scary if you already used your counters for the Wind units, right? Because Rena is really, you could use it for, again, you could use her against like Sierra too. So let's say you're to use your Rena or use your Camilla on multiple Sierra defenses. Now you don't have any more water units to reliably tank the Wind unit, not the Wind Monkey. Then you could be in trouble. Then you need to start thinking. Okay, this one here we went against Ophelia, again another Wind Monkey, and then a Chow. So this team is a lot more scarier than the other team. I didn't want to take in a fire tank for the Chow because Chow goes through whatever, you know, shields or defense buffs that we give. So I didn't want to bring in a Chow. That's why I brought in 2 wind damage dealers, right? And I took in Camilla for the Wind Monkey plus the Chow because Camilla's passive is to take 50% of the crit damage that is being dealt. So that's why I took in Camilla. Really, I don't have a reliable fire tank other than the Kamoons. Or maybe Kumar if I ruin him up, but he wasn't ruined up. And Helena. Helena's a very good fire tank against fire units because again she takes 50% less damage from water units. I forgot, but she has some kind of passive that takes less damage from water units. But here, it was more of a bruiserish fight. We wanted to at one point just kill off the Chow, kill off the Wind Monkey, and then kill off the Ophelia last. So I think this fight is a little longer than the other fights. But we have reliable defense break. We have some sustain with the Wind Panda, and also we have the revive using the Tyrannus. So yeah, you'll see how it goes. You just look for the time to put a defense break on the Chow. So there's a defense break, and I think I go for skill 3 right here. Hold for a proc so I can just snipe off the Chow. Nope. But we gotta provoke. And when I look at it now, Chow is very squishy. Seeing how much damage it took from the Camilla, 40k nuke right there, and then Chow's gone. So now we just start going for the Wind Monkey. We don't kill him real quick because we don't have skill 2 ready from Tyrannus, and then Ophelia does cleanse this defense break. Right here, boom. So we couldn't kill him right away. We needed him to take a turn. So this took some time there. But we killed off the Wind Monkey now. Ophelia's the only thing left who really can't do anything by herself. So this was also a pretty easy win. It just takes some time because Ophelia's tanky. I think I just put an auto, that's why I used the skill 2 there. But it kills it right here. Now that was another one there. Let's go to the next one. So this is fight number 9. You go against the Fran, Chow, and Ethna. And then I take my Kamoon, Savannah, and Lagmaron. Interesting, right? I think I take this Lagmaron because he was still ruined on the Chris's rune, so he was decently fast. I think like 270, 260, I forgot. So I was hoping that he goes in front of the Ethna, and maybe we could stun or maybe try to nuke one unit. But I don't know if that's what happened. But that was our plan. The thing is, yeah, we did go for some. We didn't get a stun, so that was big. But he went for our Lagma, which was great. So we had a chance to kill off this Ethna right away using skill 2 from Kamoon, and that's what happened. And that was actually pretty easy, right? We just have to kill the Fran and then work on the Chow. I don't know if Chow has the same passes as the other Dragon Knights where he does more damage when he has less allies. I think he doesn't. But whoa, look at that. If he killed our Kamoon there, it might be a little different, but I don't know. There's 2 win units against a Chow. I think it was pretty clear in the back that we won. That's how the game went. And finally, our last fight, we went against a Sierra, Barbara, Tiana, and I still have my Galleon Clara Mio left, and I was pretty sure I was faster because in this team, I was like, shouldn't the Tiana be the fastest? But her base speed's 96, so there's no way we're getting outsped, right? So that's why I took my team, but I did kind of think different. I think the Barbara is actually, no, the Barbara didn't go. Yeah, so we got the great stun. We got the stun on the Tiana. If we didn't get the stun on the Tiana, we might have lost. But we got the stun because you saw, right? She just woke up. That means she would have used her skill 3, wake everybody up, and just destroy the team. But here, it didn't happen. We got our time to loot out. our Mio one-shotted the Sierras, and they had no more real damage other than the Barbara, which means it's just Miho food, right? Barbara always crits. I mean, if it's ruined correctly, it was probably always crit. That's why I go for the Tiana with my Miho, because I know the Tiana usually don't crit, or it's not on a crit damage build. Some are, but usually it's not on high crit rate. Sorry. So that's why we just went for the Tiana and then killed Barbara last, and that's how we won. So guys, that was all my battles. I won 9 out of 10. We lost 1. You guys saw that fight, right? I mean, if it went correctly, we would have won that too, but we lost. And now I will show you. And now I'll show you my defense. It didn't change. I didn't really ruin anything this last free rune removal because I didn't have any good runes. I didn't get any new good runes, so I didn't make any changes yet, or I didn't get enough at least. So none of my defenses changed right now. So I'm gonna currently show you my defense. It already went through one siege battle in the new season, but nonetheless I'll show you, and I'll try to tell you which ones did really well and which ones didn't do as well. So let's look at those right now. Hi guys, so we are in our siege battle UI, and this is my defense. So like I said, already one siege battle passed in this season, so this is our record for the first fight. So now I'll tell you which ones did well in the last siege tournament and which ones didn't do as well. So this first one, to be honest, this one didn't do as well as I thought, and I think it's because of the speed tuning probably, and maybe it's because it's not even as fast. I think the end score was like 25-22 or 27-22, something like that. It wasn't the positive or 50%, so I mean it did very well, but I thought it would do better, like a lot better. But I thought it would have like a 70% win rate, but maybe I was asking for too much, and it ended around the 50-60% win rate. So that was that. This Nat 5 defense right here, the Sierra Lauren Perna, this one at the end did like 68-52, something like that, or 65-52, something like that. It was in the the wins was in the 60s, the loss was in the 50s, and I was happy with it. To be honest, I was happy with it. It's definitely one of my better defenses in the Nat 5 towers. I made a guide regarding how to create this defense, and I know I got a lot of comments saying that this team is easy to counter, but really in G1 it works. Really, I know that there are counters, but everybody doesn't have certain units, and everybody, even though there are counters, don't know how to use them correctly. So it just proves that this defense works in G1, at least in G1. I know in G2 and G3 it's out of the meta, but in G1 it's working. So yeah, so this one is definitely another one that I was surprised with. The Kamoon Vigor Skull did really well in the Siege tournament. It wasn't doing that well in just the regular season, but in the Siege tournament format, it did really well. I think it ended with 25-12, something like that. So I was definitely happy with the result, and and unless the balance patch comes out sometime soon, that nerfs the Vigor, I don't know, or the Kamoon, I think that this defense is still going to be meta, so I'm leaving that. I think those three are the ones that did really well. This defense also did really well in one siege tournament battle, but I mean, when I say siege tournament, just know that it's the siege tournament format, right? We didn't go to siege tournament. We're G1, no siege tournament. But we just in that format, the battle, this defense did really well. It was 14-1, really, but it wasn't one siege defense. In the other siege defense, we didn't really put it up because again, we weren't really taking over a lot of towers. So we were always putting back we were always filling back one tower at a time. So my defense, so this Nat 4 defense wasn't being put in towers, so we didn't get any more. I don't know. We didn't get any more sample data there, but it did well. I'm gonna leave it as is. I want to see how it does in the season more. So yeah. So I don't know about this yet, but it was like an okay. And these two, they're like okay-ish. They're around the 50% win rate, so they're performing fine for now. So I don't think I have to change them. They are tri-element. Unlike this one is, you could say tri-element because light and dark don't have, you know, the counter elements. But yeah, it did well. So I'm gonna leave it there for now. But this one I might change because I think people are getting more used to the Daphnis that's on Nemesis. So I think people know how to deal with them more. So I might switch that out. Now the defenses that did really not well. One is definitely this Commune, Orion, Savannah. So why might that be? First of all, my Orion isn't that fast. I think that's the biggest issue. A speed game, right? Orion should be, I think, faster. I think 300 speed to be more, to be more effective, definitely. So unless I do get that done, it's not gonna be as effective. Also, Savannah is not fully skilled up. That's also a big one. She's barely skilled up. She only has two skill ups, and one's on skill 1, the other one's on skill 3. So that's big. And the Commune's on Despair, not Violent. So again, I'm using my Violent Commune up here. It's working well. And I don't have the runes to rune another Commune on Violent, so this one's currently on Despair. And this one's also not runed up as much. So those might be an issue. So I might change this out. I might change it back to a Commune Orion Yen that was getting so many wins in the Nat 4 towers. But I have to think about it because my Nat 5 towers, my Nat 5 defenses are lacking. And I do want some effective, competitive defenses. And this one is definitely one of them. This defense still works. But it just requires so much. Like Devilmons, skill ups, and then runes. So we'll have to think about that. This bottom one also didn't do as well. I mean, at the end of the Siege tournament, it got more wins, but I don't think it's as effective. It's not that scary. So I have to give it some thought on how I'm gonna change this one. Do we have 10 defenses? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, and I still have one more slot to make another defense. So I might have to switch some around, like this one, this one, this one, and maybe even this one. Because even if you're looking at the last Siege, it didn't do that well. Anyways, guys, that was it for today. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry that the video came so late. But again, I wasn't in the right condition to make Summoners War video with my face being like this big and with some pain. I couldn't talk. So I hope you guys understand. But yeah, last season was fun. I definitely think that our Siege game improved a lot compared to season 1. And our defenses are doing a lot better. And it also shows in season 3 currently, right? That our Commune Vigor Skogul is getting a lot of wins. This one's getting a lot of wins. I mean, we are seeing some losses here and there, but the thing is that we are seeing positive win rates. And so I'm looking forward to this season as well. I have no clue if I'll be making defense changes this season, but it depends on the balance patch that people are expecting to come out, right? Probably soon. And also the next 2A, which is probably the Grim Reaper and the Mystic Witch, or the Grim Reaper and the Howl. I hope it's the Mystic Witch because I don't have the Howls built up at all, and I don't have all the elements. And yeah, I don't know, maybe they might bring some kind of meta change, right? So depending on that, these could change. And also if I get better runes. But anyways, guys, that was it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's anything else that you guys want me to do in Summoners War, please put a comment below. And if you guys enjoyed what you saw, please give me a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing because that really helps. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.